For a good while now in the Talk Tuesday videos, I've been talking a lot about presence. How to use nonverbal communication to your advantage in virtual comms. Your nonverbal communication is also known as your body language. And I've been giving tips on things like posture, where to look, facial expressions, taking up more space, all in an effort to improve your executive presence and communications over virtual platforms. Luckily, majority of these tips are the same that I coach for strong in-person executive presence and communications as well. The reason why this topic is important is due to the powerful impact of meta communication. Meta communication is communication that either supports or opposes the actual words that you are speaking. While it includes things like the nonverbal components I just mentioned, it also includes your tone of voice, how fast you're speaking, diction, and other verbal aspects of your communication style. The bottom line is this: there is a whole entire conversation simultaneously going on beneath the surface of the words you are actually speaking. And studies in the psychology of communication indicate that this meta-communication takes even more dominance in conveying intended meaning and our ability to influence in conversation, more so than the actual words that we speak. We get a lot of information from meta-communication. And it's one of the reasons why virtual comms is proving to be not only more challenging to do well, but more exhausting to engage in and pull off effectively. During in-person comms, we have a clearer, more direct channel to pick up on and read these various forms of meta-communication. We can tell when someone might have a question, when it's appropriate for us to interject, when the energy might be starting to lag, how something is really intended or implied. But in virtual communications, it's as if our superpower to read the room has been stripped, and it makes all the more challenging to have effective communications. This is a huge contributor to what is now known as the very real Zoom fatigue. What used to come as automatic and simultaneous to our in-person conversations is now something we have to manually effort to insert and intentionally check in on to ensure clear understanding. Please be sure to visit my YouTube channel where you can view previous videos, including specific tips and tricks on nonverbal meta-communication. And while you're there, subscribe to stay in the loop and get notified directly when each new valuable video goes live. With a few adjustments, you really can level up your executive voice and presence to create the impressions you intend and increase your opportunities of success. Stay tuned for more Talk Tuesday videos as I start to turn the focus more on the verbal aspects of strong virtual communications. Techniques for creating specific perceptions like confidence, warmth, authority, or empathy. Strategies for leading engaging meetings and presentations, and overall best practices for teams and leaders to establish human connection, inclusion, and influence over these virtual channels. Have a good week.